上海大师赛 TH 对上 FunPlus， 赢了就晋级8强，输的直接回家。究竟 FunPlus 能不能打破队史纪录晋级8强呢？又或者是 Wo0t 会带领 TH 迎向胜利呢？
Not choosing to take the fight quite yet. Harbor up close to personal. Berlin will fall as Wo0t drops 2. The nade now to buy a little bit more time, and they have rolled the retake attempt from the defense.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra room behind that high tide for TH to work with.
Ooh, nice or snappy onto the first, but cannot connect.
A bit more reserved on this map. So, oh my god, Autumn, you absolute monster!
Oh, the reservations all being disregarded now. Autumn just destroys him.
Well, a little bit aware.
He's got to understand something's going on here. Meanwhile, Wo0t with the rocket pop trying to pick his timings and does so successfully. Meanwhile, Berlin is still behind them. Hyung is going to fall. Rian's will too, but VeggieFishy now on the swing. Face turn towards the site. Berlin not able to capitalize on the position that he had. And now Autumn, who got a 1v3 in the previous round to open it up, is going to have to close it in the same way. Close as you can possibly get. A 1v3 with no real idea of where anyone is, and they have such good crossfire setup. As soon as there's contact,
Harbor to their advantage. Saw it work in one round in the very late stages of it. Ooh, Wo0t, better for that trade against Berlin.
Boy, I thought he was going to hit that shot.
He had it lined up.
I think this is pretty big for Heretics here. You take a look at their economy right now, it's pretty healthy. And if they can get through this while losing as little as possible, I mean, this is only going to make things considerably worse. The one thing, if you think about FPX and you're kind of concerned about their setup right now and the score is, their attack side is a treat to watch. It's so much fun to watch. So I think if there was to be an advantage somewhere, if we had to try to look for one, that's where it would be. As Wo0t is just eco-farming his way to 4, potentially 5, the ace on the other side.
Understanding where the open space is being given and taking advantage of it, and I mean, this is just Wo0t never really leaving his perch.
He never had to.
Nope. Never any util or anything like that to try to displace him.
Ooh, is trying to slip the net, and he's done it. Not bad, man.
Unfair.
I don't know what he saw there. Yeah. Any info found is an advantage gained. Who has to TP away? He's gotten into the smoke. The flash is there. Life will fall. They've gotten it down to 2. Again, this would be devastating. Can Berlin win out this 1v1? Rian's on the other side. He's tucking tail. He's running away. He's going to use the cove to get the defuse again. But the ult used. He's got it to have. He's got to dance around it. Manages to do so. Where's the second shot? The time will run out. And the spike will go off.
He's going to be crossing his path and use that opportunity to set himself. You have got to be kidding me. He sees a pixel. That is a pixel out of place. He sees Fade's hair. Tricky plays, but he's just sticking around.
Yeah, there's nowhere for him to go. He's stuck. He's caught. He's lit up. And he's dead. There was no exit strategy for him there.
Curious.
Now spotting another as Wo0t's got 3 more just on this round. FPX really feel like they squander another opportunity. But the round is far. Well, never mind. No, it's done.
Played a little bit sooner, but got caught up on utility or something. I'm not exactly sure.
And then dive back in the chaos.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah,
exactly.
You're right. I agree.
But he just never gets the opportunity. The pace is too good. The confidence is too high right now for Team Heretics, especially with Wo0t. They just read it like a book. They knew what FPX wanted to do. Here goes life again. Done.
And he goes straight into the next. This has been a slaughter. An absolute slaughter. And this feels like one of those forced situations. I mean, they do have 3 rifles to play around, though. They've invested the Reckoning, too.
He doesn't know.
Hyung position given away, head taken off.
Oh my god.
Wo0t just made that look like mechanic. That he looked robotic. Yeah. That did not look human.
They're feeling it.
How do you slow this down? Because I think you pose that question to FPX right now, you're going to be met with crickets.
Yep.
They have no answers.
Done.
The paranoia is super early. There's a little bit of a swing there up from Hyung. He tried catching the timing, but Patatak was ahead of it.
They're pressing, Doug. Okay, here comes the dimensional drift. An opportunity here. Is he just going to go for this? No. Okay. Just got the info.
Yeah, he just gets info, and then they can kind of control where he is. I'm surprised they didn't really understand where Berlin was. He gets his 2, but so does Boo. They've got to shut the door on this round. An 11-1 lead going into halftime would be devastating. Life has gotten so close, but again, it's a 1-for-1, and those numbers don't add up. And they've both just been hit. The knife tagged him. So they're able to cross on past the second one. He's got to know that there's a timing. The Wo will fall, and so will Patatech.
Down, I suspect.
Across the middle of the map, too. They're so far inserted here. Paranoia, but no one there on the challenge. Autumn holding over the shoulders. The second Paranoia goes out. Wo goes aggressive. The satchel in his face, not able to steady the shots of the Sheriff. Patatech on the swing, and Benji Fishy tries to punish with the classic. And it's a 1v1. But Ion saves the day just when it looked like it was going to be disaster again. They just made market intended to manipulate rotations for them to go back B and then them strike A. And they find a little bit of space, but Wo is still around. Finally falling, but not without getting his damage, not without getting his 2 kills. Now Reckoning intended to push Heretics back by a little bit of time. Now the ferocious attempt at a retake is afoot. Benji Fishy has his ult. No real target to use it on Berlin on the spam. He pays for it with his life as he falls. Ion and Lysor are the only 2 remaining to try to keep this map alive. The spam through the smoke, not connecting, but he's doing his best. He's doing his damnedest. Both members weak, but still so much to do. Can Ion close it out on his own? Can he stay alive to get all 3? Oh, the clip runs dry. What a sad way for that to end. Side, but enough to make you think twice about it. Down to 54 HP, the snap on Wo is perfect, and he's the one that's got to go down. He was a terror in the previous map, and it seems like Life is taking over where Wo left off. A massive start for FPX. He's gotten 4, and at this point, you got to go for it.
They want it. Might not get it, though. Boo is going the other way. Autumn gonna clean it up, but
Unleash, that's a point. Up close and personal point blank up. Oh, where did the bullets go? What? They all disappeared. Life still with the punish.
is there a force field there?
And now 13 seconds left. They still haven't fully stabilized onto the site. They've got to get the spike down, and you've got to deal with Benji Fish, who's on the flank. His timing is perfect. The first shot delivered. The second, devastating. Everything going the way of Heretics there.
Oh my.
It's around the site. They just dropped a Paranoia. Back towards Worm, but now fully committing. That's going to draw out the Rolling Thunder. They haven't fully committed onto this. The spike is still sitting back B main. They're happy to cut their losses and then flip. But Heretics a step ahead of it here. They're already rotating onto C. The Cosmic Divide will only buy so much time because they're already ahead of it. Who gets on top with the rocket? Drops Berlin. Ion and Lysor are the only two that remain with 10 seconds left. There's no room to be had. There's no spike to be planted. That's another round.
Got that trap wire to consider, though.
But there are two players here. This is another vintage hit where they try to go through door and they try to punish. And there it is. Life strikes. Now a 3v3. Lysor has to stay alive here. He's to contain. If he can play his life, this is going to work out really nicely. But he's punished. Spike planted a 2v3. Ion has his ult.
But the thrash is huge. Oh my.
And he's wrapping. Leaving Life all on his own. Left to survive as much as he can, as long as he can. Buy some time and maybe take a couple with him. A consolation prize, if you will. Only finds one. This is dangerous. He's got to be able to tag them both. Only finds one. Rien's holding the smoke. Crosshair trained. It's a tap and it's a shot from Rien's.
Attention.
And this is where things are a little different. Remember how many times they've made noise A and then they slam through the door and hit B.
Yep.
This time fully committing onto it. And you can see because of the positioning of Heretics, that's what they were expecting. That's where they're ready to fight. And FPX are glad to try to swing through that. Patatech and Wo keep a couple back. Just two left now. Lysor and Life. A 2v2. Eye cleared, Life cleared. And Lysor with 1 HP. Just cannot fight back.
Gave it up. They're ready. These crossfires are brilliant for both sides, but it's Team Heretics who have that extra man to cover both of those angles.
It seems like that's what they're trying to do. There's one of them used. Oh, but you're not supposed to pay for it with the life, and they don't! The rocket just off the mark! And now Cosmic Divide, invested C, the rotate back B, FPX are back to their antics. pushing the smoke, but they pass each other like two ships in the night. Patatek back on the swing. Boo falls. Patatek dies too. It's a disaster.
How does this happen? 8 HP.
He's got to take a step back. Life dancing around utility somehow gets a fadeaway shot onto Autumn. Unbelievable. 4v4 to close out the half. There's the Rolling Thunder. Do they flood behind it? There's no go. There's no race to satchel up behind or anything like that, so they can't really fill the space. That means Life can pounce. But it's a 1-for-1. Now 2's left. Benji Fishy upgrading weapon. And they're trying to take these fights. They can get these ones. If things go their way, it's a shot at it. A 1-for-1. Boo pushing forward. Lysor weak. It's planted for him, though.
Cover going out.
The first smoke down. The taps come through for Lysor.
Over there, it's just so well done.
It's so important because some of the questions that we have, or some of the worries that we have for...
Front line to clear. See what Life can do.
Oh, he's really far up. Ooh, he was so far up. I think he was going to re-clear B main without any real awareness of the fact that they fully lost control now. Heretics are going to try to rotate back. They have 10 seconds left. There's a whole lot of delay on the other side of this. This paranoia will be a problem. Oh, again, disaster. Can they commit to the spike? The flood comes out from heaven. It will not go down.
Spike down A.
Neither will FPX. Unbelievable. You see Woot trying to punish there. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, who will fall? Oh, no.
Ion?
Well,
he completely ignored it and went to grab his util.
you know,
Spike down C.
sometimes the real victories are the knife kills we get along the way. That's what I always say.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear it all the time from you. It's classic Doug.
Rienz and Woot both alive, both weak, both with weapons though.
One enemy remaining.
And naturally, as I say that, Woot falls. Well, yeah, I think the big consolation.
You're looking to send this to Icebox. Everything going your way, I mean.
That's just so silly.
It's just...
We got Rienz, who's got the utility in hand, waiting for the right moment to strike, but there's a suck there. Life satcheling forward. The spam snooze coming over the wall. He was distracted by his friendly fire. Berlin landing a shot with the Sheriff.
I know exactly.
A 2v2 now and a Neural Theft invested. And a slow down from Heretics. They're fully committing onto this. They want to try to isolate
Last player
and
standing.
pick on Lysor. And they managed to do so, getting it down to a 1v1. No utility to Rienz's name here. 10 seconds to have his fault line back.
Just a snake bite for Autumn.
It's a guessing game. It's a guessing game, and Autumn has won it. This angle's tight, man. This angle's really tight. The suck is good. The shot is as well. The Rolling Thunder, and he doesn't get hit. He's able to stay alive, but goes aggressive with the shorty. Pays for it with his life. Oh, 4v4 now. They're committing the ults. Lysor is rotated over. Life on the swing. Talk about having a plan and doing it no matter what. It's reckless, but it works. Traded in kind. Revenge so sweet.
See this so many times where you have to be so aware against FPX. And I mean, reasonably a little bit more uncomfortable early, kind of anticipating that he was going to challenge it. What? Okay, Rienz.
Their doorstep.
Showstopper.
They're swinging out ahead. Ult popped. Shot. And Life dead. Woot trying to steady the shot. Snapping on a Lysor, but Autumn stops him. Slows things down for just a moment, trying to tip the scales back their way. But it's an overwhelming weight on the other side as Heretics get to 6.
They realized it wasn't it, B? Oh boy.
That's a cue for him to go. He dropped Benji Fish and Boo. Ion repositioning. The Nightfall out. Berlin trying to steady.
Wow.
Trying to stop. And he does. Berlin holds the line. FPX are taking us the distance. But they have to try to get back here. They have to try to disrupt what's happening back yellow.
One enemy remaining.
Wingman doesn't even get it to half. It's a massive response from FPX, but they're not going to be able to get the defuse. They got the kills, but at what cost? I think honestly for both these teams here, the question is how do you ride it out long enough to be sitting up top at the end?
Well, that flank control could be tricky, especially with 3 players coming that way.
His utility really feels like the big one there. He's got to stay alive for Autumn with the Woot with the flash in his face, able to get the first and somehow gets a second when he shouldn't have really gotten any of it. But FPX punching back. A 3v3 weapon upgraded onto the Omen. But the spike has been going on for so long, and Heretics are positioning this so well. They were glad to give up the space, but they're going to have to deal with a bit of the utility. Berlin's gotten it to half. They have to check it. 3/4 of the way. 80% now. It has stopped. Finally, Lysor on the other side of the smoke. 20 HP. The spam not connecting. Patatek plays it beautifully. There is not enough time. He's going to get the kill, but is he going to get the defuse? Holy smokes, he did! Oh, I thought
that maybe they can play a little bit more for retakes. It worked in the previous round.
Well, and they have the tools for it here. Adam is playing really far up, though. Further up than I expected, but he's able to punish. Almost lands a spam onto the pit. Tucks inside of it. A little friendly fire, not connecting, but that's it. The pit's down. Benji Fishy in a 1v5 gets it down.
No way.
Trying to res. The timing window has been given. Patatek back online. Benji falls. Patatek has to do it on his own. A second lease at life. Can he capitalize on the opportunity? No. This is all. But they might not give him enough comfort. They might not give him enough space to invest it. The Thrash used. Wo0t will go undetected.
Oh my.
You've got to be careful here because they've dropped the Reckoning as well. They've got him corralled all the way back. Wo0t is the only one who's been separated, torn asunder. Gets his kill. Ooh.
Spike down A.
What a mess of a round. But through all of that, Autumn's left in a 1v3, now 1v2.
It's gonna have to get it done with the guns. Nope, not gonna happen these 2 rounds.
Can't have a repeat of Sunset.
And Lysor is a mile away. He has his ult though, and there he goes.
Benji is gonna hit a ridiculous timing potentially to close this thing out. They're so far up, they're so committed. Berlin and Ion are able to hold the line though. And now Lysor seemingly aware of what's potentially waiting on the other side. Wo0t's ahead of this though. He's tucked in a smoke and they're gonna check him. The first one falls.
My ult's ready.
Life doesn't have an ult to play around here. Oh, spam coming through as he gets another. But Benji Fishy on the flank. Rian just has to buy time. He just has to stay alive. He has to be a nuisance, a distraction. Only able to get one, and I don't know that Benji Fishy's been able to get enough space, so now the Thrash in his face. Autumn Studiano missed! The spams will not connect, but the spike will go off! And Paranoia tagged onto one. Life in the smoke. The snap on Rian's will not connect. Is this where the retake attempt falls apart? Is this where it crumbles? Numbers so heavily the way of Heretics. A 5v3.
Oh!
Slowly creeping back though. Still, Heretics with control. Heretics with the numbers advantage. As the orb goes up, he's playing really tight on this, but the Molly's gonna keep him back. He's gonna try to TP him.
Oh my god!
He's got a really good position on this! 2v2. Lysor in a position to be the hero, but it comes down to one, and Ion hits the shot! Almost gets a kill though. Almost rewarded for the fire. Now the Thrash. Everything in the kitchen sink to being thrown into this round. Stuck. FPX realizing they have to capitalize. Life got his ult off of that kill, so now can rejoin the fray once more. Patatek falls. 3 on the side of the defense. And again, they're separated. They're trying to scale it. They're trying to scale out.
No, back out.
They're trying to take the fight. Life falls too. He had to force it. And now Benji Fishy has an ult of his own.
Oh my gosh.
Rian's using the Hunter's Fury. We'll get a tag onto one. Can it connect onto the second? Yes, it can! 4 on the round for the Sova.
Thrash isn't done with you.
This is the big one. It stopped the defuse. The second as Rian's goes up, that's the ace. But can he commit? Can he convert? No!
Got the null command.
Ion has his ult online again.
Yeah, he does. He's destroying.
Oh! Lysor reads him like a book! Got ahead of it! Berlin gets another!
They know. Now they know.
Do they?
Spike planted.
Now they do, yeah.
Out of charge.
And there it goes. They saved the no command for post plant to prevent any utility coming through, to keep Rian and Patatek, keeping them uncomfortable to get set up.
3 playing back yellow. Patatek with the Molly, spotting a little bit more skin. A triple face, it's way too much! Rian cannot capitalize on it! Benji Fishy, they're weak! They're so weak! But so is he. He's gotten it down to 1. 14 HP for Leaf.
Oh my god.
The spike planted. The classic not connecting. The tap on the defuse. Life's on the swing. And FPX gets a series point. This is bold. This is risky. This is dangerous. But he waits, trying to get a little bit of a tag with the dart. Wo0t tries to get up high, has to dash back as Lysor falls. 3v3 with 20 seconds left, and Berlin has gone exploring.
Hunter's Fury for re-ends. They could delay.
He's gotten past so much. They have to wait for Berlin to snipe here, and he does. But it's a 1-for-1. The spike now planted. I don't think they're gonna have time. He's gotta land the shots here, and he does. There's no fight. There's no time. We're going to overtime again.
Still Wo0t holding this angle.
Oh, he misses the shot. But of course, he goes double dipping. Of course, he goes for the swing, and he lands it. Life
30
falls.
seconds left.
Can Heretics put him away? Benji Fish is on the flank. Oh, but FPX are striking back. Oh, the Cove. The only thing separating them, he heard a footstep, he lands the shots on Berlin! Now a 2v2, the spike planted. They're both so far back. Lysor and Autumn.
Just a smoke to work with.
They've got to hold him back.
And a TP. Uses it early.
Everything in their hands. Benji Fishy creeping forward, looking for a target, nothing given. Footsteps are traded, but Wo0t fills the space and he falls. Benji on the tap, cannot convert. We go again.
Benji's been watching the whole time.
Oh, but he takes a different path. He doesn't go under tube. Are they going to be expecting it? Meanwhile, chaos on the site as each kill is traded. 1-on-1. Berlin in 1v2. He's been spotted.
No.
They know where he is, but he's gotten his one. Now the Cove on the swing. Berlin is close to it, and it's another clutch. The timing here on Berlin is everything because he's got to understand most of the people past the node. He's waiting for the last one. Blue falls. 4v3. Is there a trade? Yes, there is. But still, numbers the way of the defense. They've done it. Benji Fishy's right beneath him. I don't think he hears him. Oh, but now he's giving his position away. Now he knows where he is. Meanwhile, Wo0t on the other side with 4. Lysor drops one. Can he 1v3 to close this out? No! The ace for Wo0t.
Ace.
Kills for the duelist.
Unbelievable. What a day he's having. If Heretics comes through, it's going to be in a big part because of the way Wo0t has stepped up on these duelists. I love it.
Pure disrespect in the face of utility. Now Life also getting really cheeky here, trying to get his one to get away, but not fully tucking. He's still trying to play around the smoke. He's got so many targets to deal with. Heretics in full control.
Yeah, that can't be the moment for Life. He tried to go big.
Same as Lysor.
Wo0t's got the blades again.
The air has been sucked out of this room. What can FPX do to spark life once more? That's certainly going to help things. A 2v3 and a winnable one at that. Time is a problem.
Last player standing.
And it's only gotten worse. Berlin's now left alone. Has to try to use some mobility and utility to get it down to this, but I think at this point he's got to stick the defuse. There's no way he can really pull off of this. He's going to get the kills, but the bomb will go off. Did the knife tag the KJ? Oh, it doesn't matter. Even if it did, Benji Fishy's still alive, and now it's back up online. They've been able to hold him back so far. Oh, and now the spike is sitting on the ground! It's all onto Berlin!
30 seconds
He's gonna swing on a pad attack, he can get the kill, yes!
He's got to get the plant, though.
How much more can he do?
I don't think he has enough time to rotate.
No, and he's paranoid, he has no idea where they are.
He has to get this plant down soon.
They're just calling his bluff?
Yep.
10 seconds
They're calling his bluff?
Oh, no.
He's going in for the fight,
No.
He has one! And now the Cove, he should have enough time to plant. Does Wo0t challenge? Does he swing? Yes, he does! He's up in his face, and that's enough to stop